Now that we have the algebraic language of systems of equations under our belt, we're going to take some time to develop some geometric intuition. So first, we recall that m-dimensional real space is defined to be the set of m tuples of real numbers. The simplest example is the space R1, or R, which we can think of as just the number line with 0, called the origin, at the center, the negative numbers to the left and the positive numbers to the right. The space R2 is the familiar Cartesian plane. One can think about constructing this space by taking one copy of the number line, then taking a second copy of the number line and attaching it to the other copy so that the 0, or the origin, on each number line appears in the same place. Customarily, given two numbers x and y, the element xy in R2 is identified with the point located by starting from the origin, moving x units along the horizontal axis and y units parallel to the vertical axis, or equivalently, y units along the vertical axis and then x units parallel to the horizontal axis. So for example, the point 3, 2 can be located by moving 3 units along the x-axis, then 2 units up. Under this identification, the point of intersection between the two number lines is the element 0, 0. As before, we also call this element the origin. Our third and final example is the space R3. R3 can be constructed by envisioning a third number line inserted into R2 so that the number 0 coincides with the other two copies of the number 0, and the positive numbers are sort of coming out of the page. Since we usually write things on a two-dimensional medium, such as paper, we rotate our perspective slightly to get the following picture. The picture is supposed to represent what you might see if you look at the corner of a room where two walls meet the floor. The point where the lines meet is the origin and is associated with the element 0, 0, 0. It is customary to call the left wall the xz plane. The right wall is customarily the y, and the floor in this analogy is the xy plane. Similar to R2, for three real numbers, x, y, and z, the element x, y, z in R3 represents the point located by starting at the origin, moving x units along the x-axis, then moving y units parallel to the y-axis, then z units parallel to the x-axis,